deficient in calcium and magnesium, it's also blocking further absorption.
Okay, something.
So it's really a rat race out there.
It sounds like it's a vicious circle.
It sure is, and what are you going to do? So my formula is try something simple first.
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose because that's going to cost you. Put it this way.
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose.
All right, folks, again, if you want to get a free book about calcium and magnesium and try Dr. Pincus's CalMax formula, there is a special toll-free number to call. It's 1-800-827-1205. Now, CalMax is a unique blend of calcium and magnesium that gets absorbed into your bloodstream so you can replace those vital nutrients that your body burns up when you experience stress. And I want to let you know that Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special introduction available to you listeners. Be sure to mention this program and you get a risk-free trial of CalMax. Again, this is only available to you listeners and only if you call this toll-free number. It's 1-800-827-1205. So if you're feeling the symptoms of stress, the lack of sleep, the low energy, pain and stiffness in your muscles and joints, your body is telling you it's lacking the calcium and magnesium it needs to handle the effects of everyday stress. You know, if you're concerned maybe about bone health or osteoporosis, if you want to improve your heart health, your digestive health, and even reduce or eliminate the effects of stress, I encourage you, try the CalMax formula. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call 1-800-827-1205. And when you do call today, you're also going to get that free book. It's called The User's Guide to Calcium and Magnesium. And folks, this book is packed with vital information about why your calcium needs change with age. Calcium's role in cardiovascular health, osteoporosis, diabetes, depression, fatigue. It's all in this very informative book.
And don't forget, Chris, I'm going to give away an extra free bottle of my CalMax formula to the first 100 callers. So it's really important for your listeners to pick up the phone and take advantage of that.
Well, thank you for doing that, Dr. Pincus. I really appreciate it. Folks, this just keeps getting better and better. So you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. And if you're one of the first 100 callers, you're going to get an extra free bottle. Plus, you're going to get that free book. So the number to call is 1-800-827-1205. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose because you can try CalMax absolutely risk-free. So that number to call is 1-800-827-1205. I'll give it to you again. It's 1-800-827-1205. If you just tuned in, we're talking with Dr. Michael Pincus about stress and the negative effects that everyday stress has on your body, whether it's job stress, financial stress, family stress, any form of stress takes a serious physical toll on your body. And Dr. Pincus, you were talking about how your CalMax formula can help us in this battle against stress. And I guess this is something everyone should be aware of, whether you're 24 or 94.
Well, I've used it for many, many years as a younger person, and now as I'm aging as well, I use this, and it definitely helps me sleep better. It helps control the stress of the workaday world, and many people will just be amazed how this actually works, because our formula has a chemical reaction that occurs before you actually ingest it. CalMax is pre-dissolved. It doesn't get lodged in your system. And so what happens is that when people drink the CalMax, it's like an infusion into your body. It's like, whoa. It's like decompression. And so people who are in pain, they take the CalMax, the calcium and magnesium gets into the muscles, and it starts to relax.
Dr. Pincus, you talked earlier about how stress affects your energy, and I'd like you to elaborate a little bit more on that subject, if you would. I mean, does stress really affect our energy levels?
Good question. Because energy is like the biggest thing right now. Like people, chronic fatigue syndrome, PMS, and fibromyalgia. It's like wiping people out. And that's the key to low energy. Is a lot of it's caused by pain, feeling old, your joints don't move well. This kind of wipes you out. It drains your energy. And then you get tired and you go to sleep. Guess what? You don't sleep. Now, I'm telling you, like common scenarios due to a lack of calcium and magnesium in your system. When you have the CalMax, and the first thing that happens, you take it 20 minutes before you go to bed, you get a good night's sleep. And you wake up feeling refreshed and your energy comes back.
Is CalMax safe? I mean, you're telling us how powerful CalMax is, and I'm just wondering if you can ever take too much, or if it's safe to take if you're already on any supplements or medications.
CalMax has never, ever been shown to interact poorly with any medication. Okay, it's 100% natural, it's safe. And you know, our formula doesn't contain sugar, which is in a lot of calcium products, wheat, soy, gluten, lactose, or anything that people are trying to avoid. CalMax doesn't have any of that. But you see, the point is that if you're a person who's a diabetic, with high blood pressure, you've had 5 years, guess what? You are deficient. You are deficient in the calcium and magnesium.
Dr. Pincus, unfortunately, we're about out of time. Any parting thoughts? I mean, who can really benefit from this?
Well, I wish we had more time because this product, I'll tell you, if you're over the age of 35, you should definitely be taking the CalMax formula just daily on a preventative basis.
Yeah.
But if you're someone who's more of a senior citizen, or if you're someone who can't sleep well, or you're experiencing a lot of muscle cramps, a lot of aching in your body, this is an absolute. It's so simple, but it controls most every function in your whole body. If you're someone that's been diagnosed with a condition, you've been on blood pressure medications, all these things, CalMax, all you need is something that I urge you to try, because CalMax can help you.
Well, Dr. Pincus, I think that's great advice, and I want to thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
Thank you for having me on your show.
All right, folks, this is your last chance to get that free book on calcium and try Dr. Pincus's CalMax formula absolutely risk-free. Here's the special toll-free number to call. It's 1-800-827-1205. As we've been talking about, CalMax is a very unique blend of calcium and magnesium that gets absorbed into your bloodstream so you can replenish those vital nutrients that your body burns up when you experience stress. And remember, Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special offer here. It's only available to you listeners, so when you call, be sure to mention this program to get that risk-free trial of CalMax. Again, this is only available to you listeners, and only if you call this special toll-free number. It's 1-800-827-1205. Plus, if you're one of the first 100 callers, you'll get an extra free supply with your order. So all you have to do is pick up the phone and call 1-800-827-1205. And when you call today, you're also going to get that free book. It's called The User's Guide to Calcium and Magnesium. Now, this book is packed with all kinds of great information about why your calcium needs change with age, calcium's role in cardiovascular health, diabetes, osteoporosis, depression, fatigue. It's all in this very informative book that's yours free when you call and order today. So, folks, this is a really great offer. Again, you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. Be one of the first 100 callers. You're going to get that extra free bottle, plus you're going to receive the free book. The number to call is 1-800-827-1205. And look, you have absolutely nothing to lose here because you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. The number to call is 1-800-827-1205. I'll give it to you one more time. You ready? It's 1-800-827-1205. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Please join us again next week for another edition of Discoveries in Health.
The preceding recorded program has been a paid advertisement by The Chris McKay Show, presented by Newton's Neutrals. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. The station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
Go Country 105.
Great new music.
Turn it up.
The following recorded program is a paid advertisement by Purity Products. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. This station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
The following is a paid advertisement by Purity Products. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jason Cam. I'm here with Jan Levin. We're at Purity Products headquarters in Plainview, New York. Thanks for joining us today. Very busy show. We're going to be talking about an ingredient that I can guarantee, once we tell you all the benefits and all the various things that it can do, you are going to want to try it. And we've got a great offer coming up later in the show, so do not go anywhere. But before I bring Jan on board, are you ready to play true or false? True or false? Is there a nutrient out there where even just a mild deficiency would be considered a public health crisis? Hint, the answer is true. Is there a nutrient that's hard to get in healthy amounts even when you eat a healthy diet? Yes, that's true. Is there a nutrient that may be more critical for our bones and muscles than even calcium? And if you want to guess again, the answer is...
So what I was right.
And with us to give us the actual ingredient that we're talking about is my colleague Jan Levin, president of Purity Products. And Jan is here to say that this mineral is not getting the attention it deserves in the media, and he's here to change that. He's going to tell us all about it today. Jan, welcome on board. What do you have for us today?
Well, Jason, thanks for the introduction. Great job there. I'm just so delighted to be a part today of this program. I call this a nutritional whodunit story of the highest caliber. It's a nutritional mystery story, and today it's all about connecting the dots. So what affects our heart, our arteries, our sleep, our muscles, our brain, our blood pressure and strength? The evidence is in, Jason, the mineral is magnesium. So today's show is all about magnesium, but getting into the intricacies a little bit so people can understand the magnitude of today's health story. And here's why we wanted to be talking about magnesium more in the news. This is from the journal Open Heart, and it's from back in 2018. Recent stuff. The PubMed abstract headlines, a subclinical magnesium deficiency is a principal driver of cardiovascular concerns, and they call it, I quote, a public health crisis. So low magnesium status is pervasive, it's real, it's compounding health concerns that we already have. And get this, magnesium is very hard to measure in the blood. So most of us are walking around deficient. We don't even know it.
Wow. Now, you've been talking about magnesium for a long time, and Purity Products has offered magnesium for quite a while. We've got a hot new version of it that's better than ever. And as you said, magnesium is obviously imperative, but what you did mention is that it's very hard to measure, and most people don't realize that. So we're trying to connect the dots for our listeners, for our customers here. Tell me, what else can you share on this front? Because our customers, they're not seeing this story in the news.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of vitamin D a little bit.
I know,
right?
and I reflect on that sometimes, and as I study magnesium, the story gets bigger and it gets more dramatic, because in 1994, researchers, the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, studied healthy elderly Norwegians, and the magnesium status that they looked at, they concluded, very hard to measure in a blood test, even when these were healthy people.
Right.
And even when the blood test looked like they were healthy, when they dug a little deeper, the magnesium levels were depleted. So what do? 50 to 80% of us are not getting enough magnesium in our diet. It's called a subclinical deficiency. You know, they have two types of deficiencies, and it's kind of an interesting term. They call it a frank deficiency. That's scurvy. If you don't have enough vitamin C,
Right.
you have scurvy. If you have a frank deficiency of magnesium, that you can measure, but the subclinical deficiency affects so many different body parts, and it's very hard to measure. That's why I don't want to ignore this problem any longer.
Very, very interesting. People are deficient. They have no idea. The good news is we're going to be able to fix it for people today. Now, Jan, you're very passionate about magnesium, and you are on something of a mission here, and you have been obsessed with this for the last few weeks, I have to say. Ask anyone in the building at Purity Products, they will tell you all